Yo, Molo Sanbonani, hello, how's it? Shalom. Happy New Year, people. This is the first content for 2022. Welcome to it. My name is Sikhle Ngobese, aka Big Daddy Liberty. You'll have to forgive me for the background noise. I am in a mall, and whoa, that popcorn came back with a vengeance. Yo, guys, what's going on? How you all doing? Oh, that's pretty nice. Look at that floating balloon right behind me. Sorry, that was a weird little distraction. Like, squirrel! What's that movie again with the floating house? But welcome to it, guys. Just a nice little fun vlog to start the year. There will be an episode of the Big Daddy Liberty Show tomorrow. But I just thought, hey man, let me holler at you guys. Since I've taken out my niece and nephew to the movies, and we went to go watch the SpiderMan movie. Now, I must be honest, I must be frank, walking into it, I was kind of like, oh no, here we go. I'm gonna have to sit and grit my teeth through a woke fest of a Hollywood movie. Because that seems to be what Hollywood has been giving us quite consistently across genres, whether you're watching a comedy or an action movie or a drama, blah, blah, blah. All of it seems to be infused now, imbued, if you will, with the woke nonsense, the trendy leftist talking points, the immersed deeply in the critical race theory and the intersectionality nonsense, whether it's the gender politics, the gender bending politics that they're trying to shove down our throats, or the various LGBTQ messaging. And again, I say this not because I have an inherent problem with those various communities. No, I don't. But it does get a little annoying when it seems like every single piece of content that comes out of Hollywood has to drum the politics of each of these vested interest groups. It gets a little annoying, just in the same way that you'll have some movies that really go out of their way to try and what's the expression I'm looking for here? I'm really trying to be polite, because this video isn't meant to deride or to make fun of, but rather to just express how nauseating it can be, where all you really want as a customer is to watch a good movie. All you want as a customer is to enjoy content without having the politics shoved down your throat. Goodness me. And I must admit, when my niece and nephew were like, "Yay, we're gonna go watch a movie," I was not really looking forward to it. I was like, what should be a fun evening, afternoon, will turn into me going, "Ugh, here we go again with the woke nonsense." But to my surprise, yay! To my surprise, the SpiderMan movie, is it Homecoming? Or, sorry, I've just forgotten the title of it now. Far From Home? No, that was the previous one. I think it's Homecoming. It was actually very nice. It was very enjoyable, actually. Sorry, let me just get my hand out of the screen. It was very enjoyable. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. There's lots of proper little... It felt like sitting in a cinema again, you know what I mean? Like that old school sitting in a cinema where you're actually being entertained. And you can almost feel that the producers, right through to the director, the actors, everybody is making a concerted effort to entertain you and not drive messaging into your face. So that was pretty good. So thumbs up from me for the new Spider-Man movie. Please, I thought it was going to be a kiddies movie. It really kind of isn't. It has its moments where it gets a little dark. But if you want to watch something, if it's the final few days of you and the kids at home, enjoying these summer holidays, I strongly encourage it. Go out there and watch the Spider-Man movie. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share to a large extent. I don't know, maybe you guys have seen it. Have you seen the new Spider-Man movie? Were you like me? Were you just sort of worried that you're going to walk into a woke fest, a trendy leftist woke fest? I'd like to see you sort of in the comment section. And I see you guys in the comment section. Christopher Nagel, I see you. It is what it is. I see you. Daniel van der Westhuizen, I see you. VUT Zarko, I see you guys too. Yeah, what's the last movie you watched? Was it enjoyable? Did you have fun? Or was it a woke piece of trash? It's always interesting for me to find out, what your experience of the big screen now is. As always, guys, a reminder, I know it's the first video of the year, but I got to remind you, hit that like button, please. I see there's about 50 of us in the house. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I must apologize again. I am in a mall, so there will be a hustle and bustle here. Ivan Jacobs, I see you. It was a great movie, easy to watch, and didn't really need much of the Marvel background. Hey, man, I agree. I really agree. Because I didn't see the previous one. I think I saw like 5 minutes of it, then I fell asleep. That's the other thing. Oh, man. That's the other thing. I don't know if it's me only. Hey, man, my ass is getting old. My ass is getting old. I'm that guy now who sleeps in the cinema. Like, I'm not built like them 20s anymore, when you can watch a movie, like a long-ass movie. I'm the old man vibes, snoring in the front. And I must admit, I probably shouldn't say this around my niece and nephew, but they're at the arcades at the moment. I did fall asleep in some sections. I think I've missed a solid 5 or 10 minutes of this movie. Guys, we're getting old. We are getting old. But I see you in the comment section, guys. Let's see here. Let me just read a few comments. Guys, I'm really happy to see you guys again. Also, while you're at it, how was your Christmas? You guys in the Christian community, how did you guys celebrate Christmas? Hopefully, you did it with family. You weren't part of this keep away from each other nonsense, as I like to call it, the COVID grift. I hope you actually enjoyed it with family. Let's see here. Ivan, I see you again. Oh, you actually did it at the IMAX. Yeah, that must have been a very nice experience. The movie sort of lends itself to an extent, doesn't it, to an IMAX experience. Very immersive. Shane Easterhazen, he saw it at Cape Gate. That must have been nice. Atis Buerta saw The Matrix. Ooh, Atis. Yeah, I don't know, hey. I don't know, homie. I must be frank. I saw The Matrix is out, and I was like, hey, yikes. I'm not sure I'm going to put myself through that. I mean, Matrix 2 and 3 were already very dicey for me. I'm that guy who really believes the only good Matrix movie was the first one, only because they did all of those novel and new things that we were like, whoa, when we saw them. So I'm not sure I'm going to watch this resurrected one. Doesn't look like it's my cup of tea. Gregory Ben watched the new Matrix movie. Not massively woke, but still crap. Yeah. Well, I agree, man. I agree. I saw them reviews and I was like, I'm not gonna waste my cash, my meager funds as it is on that. Let's see here. Dilesh Ramkisson, he says, hey man, definitely not a kid's movie. Yeah, there were parts that made me kind of like cringe. Only because, I was with as I said, my niece and my nephew, and they're about 10 and 12. So it was a little bit, bit of language here and there, but especially from Doctor Strange. Hey man, that homie was looking like a sailor. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, Ivan Jacobs, hey man, aging ain't for sissies. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Angelica J. Despres, work piece of rubbish. Lol, you crap. Work is rubbish. No, it is. Again, let me quickly visit that, because I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's that sort of broadly on the left at the moment, left of center to extreme left, these people who basically see themselves as the class prefects of all things gender, race, all the things that speak to effectively our identity at a superficial level. There are people now who are on the left who have made themselves the class prefects of policing those things. So you can't say certain things if you're of a certain race grouping, because arguably you're on the on the supposed privileged to oppressed spectrum. If you're towards the privileged side of the spectrum, then you can't say anything on race, gender, or any form of superficial identity politics. But if you're in the supposed oppressed group, then hey man, you have every right to speak out because you're a victim class. And it's this toxic ideology, this racializing and gender politics nonsense that we're seeing filter into all aspects of society, primarily the corporate media, and of course in entertainment. Because the left are very clever, guys. The left are very cunning. I shouldn't say clever. They're very cunning in the sense that they understand that their ideas throughout the 20th century have been largely discredited. Socialism, communism, and all that trash. I also nearly pulled a Doctor Strange and swore, my bad. But they understand that their ideas have largely been discredited throughout the 20th century. I mean, there's a body count of 100 million plus people who have perished under the hands of, broadly speaking, leftist ideas, the socialism, the Marxism, and of course the communism. And what they've done is they've pivoted. They've pivoted from that 20th century Marxism, which was based on class analysis, in other words, using class to argue that there are privileged and victim groups in society. Recognizing the inadequacy of class analysis, they've pivoted to using identity. So putting that same spectrum of victim versus the privileged, victim versus the privileged, by using cultural arguments for this, cultural and identity politics to do this. So race, gender, and identity are the tools they now use as opposed to the class analysis of before. I'll do a full episode on this issue as I unpack, maybe just as a refresher for 2022, what all these concepts are and how we are waging a battle of ideas that is primarily, rooted in dealing with Marxists, actual commies and socialists who have disguised themselves in the 21st century by becoming identitarians. That is, those who trade on identity, race, gender, and the like. Anyway, let me not waffle on that. Let me see what else is in the comment section. Shane Adamson, Yamir, Asak surname Butcher. We're getting ready for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That's on May 6th. Shout out to you, man. Waiting for Doctor Strange. I see you, homie. Gregory Ben had a COVID Christmas, but no biggie. Yikes, man. Sorry about that. I hope you're feeling better. I'm assuming what you mean by a COVID Christmas that you had the spicy cough. I hope you are back to health. Walter Ridgard. Great, my man. We are getting old. Yeah, I know. The COVID ops is also getting old. Daniel says the mall seems pretty empty behind you. Haven't been in SA now for 3 years. Yeah, I won't name them all because I think that also attracts issues. But it is one of the largest malls in the Southern Hemisphere. Let me give you that clue. And it pretty much is quite empty. In fairness, it is 7 p.m. right now. But even when we got here, guys, it was pretty empty. If I'm to be brutally honest. RJ Mo, hey BDL. I'm currently in Rwanda, he says. Watching you on the phone, keep up the good fight. Shout out to you, RJ. I see you, homie. Left super Walter. I don't know what you meant by that. The left are serpents, I think is what he's trying to say. The left equals serpents, snakes, and they also happen to be super rich. Yeah, that's true. it's always been ironic to me how, sorry, I should get my hand out of the damn screen. Damn it, has it been that long since I've broadcast anything? I'm doing some basic elementary mistakes there, like hands on the screen and all sorts of stuff. Elzon, T-Rex, LaRue, what do you think about the Cape Town fires? Have not been paying attention to that. Are they in Cape Town or in Overstrand region? I sort of saw some headlines earlier, but I haven't been keeping an eye on that. Usia Maguzeni says wokeness or leftism. It's effectively part of that mass formation psychosis, a term, of course, that has been made quite popular recently by one Dr. Malone, and we'll unpack that, the psychology behind it too. It's very interesting to hear him use that expression. For those of us who, had the, should I say, misfortune of studying psychology, as I did, but it was actually very interesting to see him or hear him, pardon me, use that expression. I will visit it on this show and I'll apply it in a South African context. Ruben, opinions on the Parliament fire. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Guys, as I always say, hashtag don't be dribbled. Hashtag don't be dribbled. Because right now, right now we're being dribbled. I have the distinct feeling we are being dribbled by the state. And just check my social media. I did opine on this issue. Sorry if you see me being a little fidgety. I'm just trying to see if my my nephew and niece are here or around, because I know the cash will run out soon enough. I left them at the arcades where all the games are, the bumper cars and all that stuff, and I gave them like 100 Rand each. So I know the cash will run out at some stage, and they'll come running up and saying, "Uncle Sihle, can we have some more money, please?" Yeah, I've got the distinct feeling we're being dribbled. And it's not a nice feeling, because there are some hard questions that need to be asked about that fire. And what I'll do is, I won't get into it tonight, guys. Maybe let's discuss it tomorrow on the BDL show. I'll try and have a nice panel with me. I'll try and have a nice panel with me. Sorry, I'm actually just trying to get comfortable now. I'll try and have a nice panel with me so we can unpack this issue, including, maybe looking into the crystal ball a little bit, as we look at the year ahead, what to expect in the year ahead. So look out for that tomorrow night. That's Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. The Big Daddy Liberty Show. We'll unpack those issues from that perspective. Guys, let me love and leave you and say thank you for just joining me on what was really just a random stream. I see you guys coming through in the comments. Shout out to all of you guys. Good to see you all back in this year, 2022. Guys, big things that I'm planning for this year. There's going to be much more content from me. I must be frank, probably less traveling, but much more content from me this year. And more of that old school Big Daddy Liberty, the BDL that speaks to you, the ordinary South African. I'm going to hit the streets of our townships, of our rural areas, of our metros, talking to you about various issues. So look forward to that, please. As I need you guys to start listening and hearing from each other as South Africans, especially as we head to the next elections. I'll be putting some very serious issues to you. I will be doing some trolling too. Some very interesting episodes coming your way. So look forward to it. That'll be the Big Daddy Liberty Show for 2022. But we'll discuss all of that tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. on the BDL show. With that being said, thank you for watching. And just in the comment section, let me know what movies you've watched and whether you've enjoyed them. Are they woke? Are they not? Are they trash? Are they good? Let me know. Something lighthearted to start this 2022 off with a bang with. Guys, thanks for watching. And as always, a reminder to you to never trust a commie.